Well, here it is, everybody, the all-new Palm Treo 750 on the Cingular network. It is available today, and we thought we'd show you just a quick little hands-on with it. It is everything that we expected it to be, namely, it is identical in pretty much every way, shape, or form to the 750V on Vodafone's network. I think the only difference I've been able to tell so far is the silvery bit around the screen is just a hair darker on the Cingular. But basically, you know, the same. You got your very nice soft touch paint. You have no antenna, light, svelte, a very good looking professional phone. I'm a huge fan. Here, compared to the WX, the other phone I've got here handy, you can see it's a bit thinner. You can't really tell from the video, but just the lines overall are just much more sculpted, so you can really get a feel that it's a very hip new phone, and the lack of antenna is just wonderful. It's still quite a bit thicker than some of its competition. For example, here is the T-Mobile Dash. It is wider. The Dash is wider, but it's so much thinner, and the Dash manages to get Wi-Fi built into it, whereas the 750 does not. But that's okay, because the 750, of course, has a touchscreen, has the full version of Windows Mobile, the Pocket PC edition instead of the smartphone edition. Anyway, let's take a look here. We'll zoom in on the screen a little bit. We can get a feel for the software. Of course, we have all of the standard Windows Mobile stuff. If you have got a Exchange server, that means that you are going to have push email right out of the box, which is pretty nice. And let's see, what else have we got here? Of course, Palm's photo speed dial, also very nice. And also their automatic dial right from the Today screen. Just start punching in a name, and there you go. So that's pretty fancy. Also, Palm's secret sauce, their easy use, goes beyond that. Their buttons make more sense in how they operate. Every button can turn on the phone. Of course, with the key guard, you don't have to worry about that happening in your pocket. And just 5-way navigation is improved over your standard Windows Mobile. There's no special software pre-installed on it. There's a link to go get Express Mail from Cingular for their email app. But otherwise, it's just a standard Windows Mobile 5. Now, some things that are actually better than the previous Windows Mobile 5 Treo available in the US, namely the 700WX. Here's the big one, threaded text messaging. Here's a threaded text message thing I had set up with myself. Yay for threaded text messaging. I don't know how I ever lived without it. It's wonderful to have it back. Also, something that you might be interested in, we go back to the start screen here and go to our, there's my text message that just arrived. If we go and take a look here, you'll see that if you hit the menu button, there's a new little go-to screen. And look at that, you can go to your folders right there without having to put your finger on the screen. Also an improvement over the WX. Not anything special, an improvement over the WX is the memory. It has much more than the W. Well, the W is pretty poor to begin with. But we can take a look at the memory bit here. Notice me utilizing the touch screen, and not very well with my big finger. There we go. So 65 megs of storage space, around 50 megs of program memory. I have not, in my use of this phone or the 750V before it, ever run into any serious problems with program memory. So it's just plain great. And lastly, we'll touch on the last Palm enhancement. Of course, they're right on the Today screen search functionality. In this case, it uses Google, unlike the WX, which can use both Google and Sprint. And right now you're not looking at the very high-speed data that the 750 offers in many of Cingular's markets, I think 160 of them. This is just edge speed right now. But, you know, plenty snappy, renders very quickly because it has plenty of program memory and a decent enough processor in there to get moving. So there you go. It is the all-new Palm Treo 750V. Oh, I'm sorry, 750, identical to the 750V. It's available today from Cingular and Palm. It's $399 with a 2-year contract and also a mail-in rebate, so a bit pricey. But frankly, if you live in a market that has high-speed data from Cingular, it's got to be the best darn business phone that you can get these days. Yes, it has a 240 by 240 screen. Yes, it's lacking Wi-Fi, but Palm's got their special sauce on it. It works really well, really easily, and it's super, super powerful because of Windows Mobile 5. And there you go.